Today, we'll be asking Raymond Chan, a professional financial planner at VKA Wealth, on some of the things that you should know about income tax. So the first question, how do I know which tax bracket I fall under?
Your income tax bracket is based on a tiered calculation on the individual's chargeable income. For example, at the chargeable income from 0 to 5,001, the tax rate is 0, means that you do not need to pay any tax. Next tier of chargeable income range from 5,001 to 20,000. The tax rate it is then increased to 1%. For more information, you can refer to iMoney website for an indication of where your tax bracket will be at.
All right. So the next question, is my bonus payment taxable?
Yes, indeed, your bonus payment awarded to you is taxable, as it will also be reflected in your EA form as an income received.
Nice. All right. Moving on. I am recently unemployed. Do I still have to pay taxes?
Regardless if you need to pay income tax or not due to unemployment, you are still required to submit your income tax declaration continuous every year to Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia. Through the income tax declaration, only then one will be able to determine if income tax payable on the previous year is required. Otherwise, you have an option to close your tax file if you no longer have any source of income.
Awesome. Next question. If I switch jobs in the middle of the year with a difference in salary amount, how does that affect my income tax calculations?
Usually, the Human Resource Department of your new employer would request the total salary earned to date in the current year of your previous workplace. This is for the purpose of estimating the monthly tax deductions, potongan cukai berjodoh or PCB, to be made by the new employer, as your new salary amount may differ which tier of chargeable income you fall in. You may be taxed at a higher rate. As for your income tax declaration, you still need to total up both employment income based on the two respective EA forms. Under the number of employment section, you need to fill up two employment income received in a year. In short, your taxable income is the total of income received from two employments after deducting all the reliefs and PCB if applicable.
Let's move on. I just started a small business. Are there any differences that I need to know when it comes to filing my taxes as opposed to being an employee?
For business, you need to prepare your proper management account, which is not required for employment income being an employee. You have to submit the tax form B, business income plus employment income, instead of form BE, only employment income. In addition, your tax form and declaration may differ depending on whether your business is a sole proprietor, partnership, or sendirian berhad. If in doubt, it is best to reach out to a tax consultant for better clarification on how you should proceed next on your situation.
All right, so let's move on. I've missed the tax deadline. What do I do?
Don't worry, you should still submit your tax returns as soon as possible, together with an appeal letter to the Inland Revenue Board branch that is handling your file. Please remember that the deadline for a person with no business income, for example, employee of a company, for doing manual submission is 30th April, while e-filing submission deadline is 15th May. If you are a person with business income, manual submission is by 30th June, or e-filing submission is by 15th July.
Okay, so the next question, are there any penalties I need to be aware of?
There will be a late penalty fee of 10% to be imposed on the balance of tax not paid. There will also be a penalty of submission of income tax declaration after the respective deadline.
Next question, what happens if I did not know I had to pay taxes?
It is our duty as citizens to make income tax payments. During tax season, there will be a lot of social media contents discussing on it to raise awareness. Income tax essentially is the revenue for the government to govern and manage Malaysia and its development expenditure purpose for national security, physical development and infrastructure, as well as economic and social development such as health services, education and welfare for the people.
What happens if I paid less than I should on my taxes?
When you file your yearly declaration using e-filing, the website will prompt you if you have any balance payable. If you make the payment before the deadline, there should be no worries on your part. In the opposite circumstance, if you paid more tax than you should have, IRB will return back the excess amount paid within a time period.